Hey guys, so unexpectedly, well, I guess sort of unexpectedly, because these guys were announced slash teased slash leaked a long time ago at this point, because in V-Jump these guys were leaked, right? Goten and Trunks, transforming Goten and Trunks. It was stated in V-Jump, which is an official source, that they were going to release early September. As of recording this, it is September 15th. You cannot classify this as early September. So I think what happened was their schedule changed, and that's why we ended up getting so many Zenkai units within such a short period of time. For whatever reason, their schedule changed. Maybe they had to go back and like change these units for whatever reason. But here we go. We have Legends All-Star Volume 1. So this is interesting because the last time we saw a banner really called like Volume 1, Volume 2, whatever, was during the females banners. Those banners were always, labeled Volume 1, etc. And, every time they would release a new females banner, they'd be called, females, I think it was Legends Females or whatever it was, Volume 2, then 3, then 4, or whatever. So this being Volume 1 means that there's going to be more Legends All-Star banners in the future. Whatever that means. I don't know what this classification of banner is, but I assume it's a Legends Rising, which means these guys are probably going to have 999 Z power. So what's also weird is they didn't actually show a preview for these units on Twitter. Now, this goes into something else we're going to quickly talk about, which is videos and stuff, which is going to be coming out tomorrow. I will be covering it, so be on the lookout for that. I think 7 a.m. Great timing, 7 a.m. Yeah, for me it's 10 a.m. So like literally right in the middle of my workday. So I'm gonna try and squeeze a video in for that. But exclusive behind-the-scenes stories and information about new characters will be revealed. Don't miss out. So I assume they're going to be talking about these guys. Well, let's back up for a second. I hope they're not talking about these guys because these guys are not hype at all. I'm sorry. Like Goten and Trunks. If you're a Goten and Trunks fan, that's cool. But for the majority of Dragon Ball fans, when they're thinking about like, okay, they're doing a special reveal on like a video, Goten and Trunks are not the first things that come to my mind. I'm thinking like, okay, we're getting a new like transforming like Gogeta or something. I don't know. But I think what we'll see from this video is going to be something different that's not this. But on the other hand, it's strange that we didn't get previews for these guys because maybe they're thinking about, oh, we'll just preview them tomorrow during the video. It's possible they do these guys and something else, which might be what they end up doing. But all right, so here we go. There's also a new EX Gohan, Kid Gohan, who's purple. From the Saiyan saga. So it looks like we're getting Goten and Trunks. Goten is going to be yellow, and then Trunks is green. Was kind of hoping Goten would be the green one, but that's okay. So Goten, we don't really have we literally have zero info about them other than the colors and the fact that they transform, right? That's it. And what we know about them from V-Jump. We know that Goten is going to be a pseudo support unit. He's going to fulfill a supporting role for it said in V-Jump certain tags, which I assume is going to be hybrids and Sun family. And then Trunks, I think, is going to be more so based around Vegeta's family. Because frankly, hybrids doesn't need help at all. Hybrids is at a point where I would consider hybrids top 2 team in the game right now. So them now getting these 3 units, I mean, I don't really know how much this guy's going to make an impact, but 2 new Sparkings, premium Sparkings on this new banner, like is it needed? I would argue no, but it could make things interesting. I think Trunks being green is very, very important for the hybrids tag because if you take a look at the actual tag itself, I mean, pick out their best green unit. Like, it's probably this future Gohan, who I'm not going to say he's bad, but he's definitely not top tier. This guy's actually surprisingly pretty good. The GTEX Trunks. This Legends Road Gohan would be good, but you can only currently get him, I think, to 6-star. So, not being able to red star him up for a free-to-play unit really hurts him a lot in this day and age. This guy eventually is going to be getting a Zenkai from, the co-op thing that they've been doing for Legends Road units, but I don't know how close that is because if they give this guy a Zenkai soon, like, the Legends Road team is going to be unstoppable pretty much. So, I don't know how much they're willing to do that right now. It's coming in the future, though, for sure. And then that's pretty much it. I mean, this team's biggest hole right now is a good green unit. So I'm glad at least one of these units is green. But if I had to choose one of the two, it would definitely be the Goten because of Sun Family as well. And also to pair along with the Gohan, right? The LF Gohan. So, okay, let's look at their family teams here for a second. So we have Sun Family. Let's look at Sun Family first. So Sun Family, I think, is in a better position than Vegeta Family is right now, but I don't think Vegeta Family is in nearly as bad of a position as it was a few months ago, just because they've gotten a bunch of buffs. I mean, even this guy is like pretty good. They got this Vegeta, they got Rage Trunks, they got Majin Vegeta. Like, all these guys are just massive buffs to this tag. Sun Family is always going to be good. This guy's fairly recent. This guy's, I still think he's one of the most slept on units in the game. Super Kaioken Goku. They just got the best unit in the game by like a metric mile. And they love Gohan. By the way, if I did a tier list, I'd put this guy in his own tier above Vegeta Blue. I think he's that much better, which is unbelievable to think about. They got this guy who's pretty new, and he's very good. Who else? Is that it? And then they just have a bunch of like just solid units all around. This Goku's still very good. I don't know if Goten paired with the Gohan is insane still. Full Power Super Saiyan 4 is really good. This green Goku from the Metal Cooler movie, he's really good, but I don't know how many people actually have him. So, I mean, there's a lot of options here. So, for this Goten to really make a splash on this team, he's yellow. I mean, honestly, I would say yellow is a pretty good color for this team, because the best yellow is Kid Goku. Kid Goku is obviously still insanely good, right? I'm not going to say he's not. But they're constantly releasing units that are nullifying endurance. And I feel like Kid Goku's biggest asset that he's bringing to the team is his endurance, as well as his support type abilities, where he's granting ki and switch out. Those are the two biggest things he's bringing to the team. His green card is mediocre. His damage can be good, but you really want to make use of his last stand abilities if you want him to put up the numbers you're used to seeing on hard hitters. And his ultimate can hit very hard as well, right? So I think there is a chance that this Goten could replace Kid Goku on Sun Family. And what does that rely on? It relies on how well he synergizes with LF Gohan, because LF Gohan is going to be pretty much the engine that drives this team. Same thing with hybrids. This Gohan is you queue up into top 1000 PvP. You run into a team running this guy like 9 times out of 10. It's basically the Vegeta Blue meta all over again, but instead of Vegeta Blue, it's this Gohan now. So if this Goten is able to synergize better with LF Gohan and provide this Gohan with things he needs, like maybe he gives card draw speed or something, I don't know. Then at that point, I would say this Kid Goku is probably going to be kicked out of the team for the Goten for this guy. But that's a tall order to live up to for, being better than Zenkai 7 Kid Goku. I don't know about that. If they do, then we have a major problem on our hands. Now Trunks. Let's take a look at the Vegeta family team. So, like I said, this team just got a lot of buffs in the recent few months. At the anniversary, we had Trunks. We got this Vegeta. We got LF Majin Vegeta now, who I think is very good. Even this Trunks is a pretty good bench. These two EXs are not the best, but they're still buffs for the team. And that's pretty much it. As you can see, the depth of the Sun Family team is just way bigger than Vegeta's family. They have a lot more modern units and like all these green units. Like this guy's a really good green unit. This guy's a really good green unit. This guy's a really good green unit. So they have really good greens. But the one thing I will say about this team is that this guy's presence is really impactful in 2 different ways, I would say. The first way is his pressure that he can put onto LF Gohan. Now, LF Gohan is, he's a red unit, but he's still able to tank this guy's damage pretty well. If you have him at Zenkai level 7, it sounds insane. The newest LF unit is going to have, some difficulty dealing damage to him. That's just how it is for every unit of the game. Even Vegeta Blue can't, decimate that Gohan. He's just insane. But I mean, him being blue does pose a threat in some way, as well as, number 2, his green card. His green card is the reason why this guy is even remotely close to being in Z tier, or even in Z tier if you want to put him in there. It's basically the yellow Gohan's green card, but better, because it draws you a card. So even if you have 0 cards in your hand and you're like praying for a card and you draw the green card, guess what? If you land it, you can chain it into a combo and then maybe switch into, I don't know, this Vegeta, who can then use his main ability and then, chain into a bunch of cards and then switch into somebody else. I mean, it can snowball very quickly. So I think the main unit you want to be synergizing with on this team is going to be the LF Majin Vegeta. And to a degree, this purple Vegeta, but I don't know how well this purple Vegeta is going to pair up with Trunks, given the fact that he's green. him being, I mean, being green, you want to really look at red units and yellow units. I mean, this guy's obviously very good still, but I'm going to be completely honest. The presence of LF Gohan in the meta right now, I don't know how much I want to run this guy. I'm thinking this guy is just dead right now. Like, he's still good, but you're fighting Gohan so often that bringing yellow units, unless they're nullifying type, is not really the best thing to do, I don't think. So we're looking at like this guy, and let me tell you one thing right now. This guy is getting one card, not even one comboed, he's getting one carded by Gohan. He did a lot of damage, so I mean, if you're careful with how you use him, and you're able to, you know, go in, maybe do a combo, land your ult, then switch out, and then, like, you know, bob and weave with this guy, he could be good. But you have to be ultra careful with how you use him. I'm gonna be completely, this might sound like a dumb thing to say or a hot take, but I think this Trunks, I prefer to bring this Trunks over this Vegeta. Now, this Trunks isn't a defensive wall or anything, but he has more tools to his disposal to where he can actually, you know, put up a puncher's chance against the meta than this guy can, just because he's so fragile. So I don't know. We will find out how well this Trunks is going to do. But my eyeballs right now are like on Goten. Like I'm interested in seeing how well he's able to perform with the Sun Family team. I'm losing my mind here. How well he's able to perform with the Sun Family team as well as the Hybrids team, because of the fact that those two teams are so high up in the, I guess, quote unquote tier list. I would put Sun Family and Hybrids both way up, like probably both top 5. Hybrids is probably top 2. Sun Family maybe top 4, top 3. It's all because of LF Gohan getting his Zenkai. So again, this whole thing is relying on how good they synergize with the best units on their tags. And then this we can quickly talk about this EX Gohan. I don't know. It's hard to really predict with EX units what they're going to do. This guy could just end up being a complete flop, or he could be pretty good. I don't know. But that's pretty much all I have. We have no info on them yet, but we will have info on them tomorrow once the banner drops. So 2 things tomorrow. We have the video and stuff, which is going to be up in, for me recording this, it's going to be about 8 hours. And then we have the banner dropping tomorrow. So I don't know if I'm going to stream this, because it's like, I'm not personally super hyped about these units, but so we'll see what happens. But I'll definitely do at least a video on it. So you guys can let me know if you're excited. That's all I have. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.